to Sunrise Tarot. How are you? I hope the month of April was survivable for you. It was definitely a very interesting month for me. I hope that the month of May is absolutely incredible. Remember, Gemini, Uranus has entered your sign, so prepare for 7 years of all kinds of wonderful things. Now, the first card we've got is the Chariot, so you are large and in charge. We also have the Eight of Swords. You're overthinking. Stop it. Get out of your head. And then Ace of Swords. Big realizations, change of mindsets, change of how you are thinking. This is definitely a powerful month for you that's going to bring a lot of clarity into your life. Chariot represents, the Chariot card originally, I believe, was done to depict Julius Caesar returning from battle, victorious and successful, and riding on his chariot into the city, through the streets, so that people can throw flowers at him and rice or whatever else. I don't know. I didn't live in that time. Or maybe I did. I have quite an old soul. But yeah, the Chariot is all about accomplishing your goals. It is about your willpower, Gemini. So you are going to be more assertive in the month of May. You will be taking the reins of control. I'm not saying you're going to be like controlling, but you may be force to be reckoned with. You may also be traveling because the Chariot can sometimes symbolize a car. The Chariot card is ruled by Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. So this is definitely a card where you will be in control of your emotions. And people better stay out of your way, because you're on a mission, and anybody that stands in your way are just gonna get a little, mud splashed on their face, if you will. And so you will be dealing, with home stuff, family, friends, those types of things predominantly in May. It's a card of journey, right? Because the Chariot is about movement. And so, it's a card of journey where you dig deep to find that willpower and determination within you, where you look for answers inside of you, because you already have that strength. And determination here is a big thing. The Chariot is a reminder to the fact that you are in charge of the direction your life is going. Sometimes we forget about it. Sometimes we think, well, when I have this much amount of money, my life's going to change. And then that money comes about and nothing changes. So it is a reminder not to wait, but to remember that you are in charge now, in this moment. You decide how things will play out. And so if you apply your willpower and motivation, you can create the destiny that you want to see in your life, So definitely this is a card that is represents a go-getter type of attitude. And even though you may feel a little bit of fear, you're still someone who is able to keep moving forward, putting one foot in front of the other, and not dwelling on something too harshly, if you will. Now, the Eight of Swords, it's definitely you getting wrapped up in your own mind. Again, anytime the Eight of Swords comes about, it represents energy that isn't yours. Every time you worry about this, that, or the other, it's not your energy. You're not supposed to worry about your job. That's not your energy. You're not supposed to worry about your brother, sister, best friend, whoever. That's not your energy. Usually, worry means someone else's energy is inside your aura trying to control your energy flow. So you have to release it. It's got nothing to do with having apathy. It's about neutrality, and neutrality is power. When you have anxiety, you have to ask yourself, is this my energy? Because it is not your energy. Your body is built to the perfection, right? It is built to be optimized. It is built to feel happy, content, fulfilled, like present in the moment. So anytime you've got worry and anxiety and all of that, it's because someone else's energy gets into your aura bubble. You have to check if your aura is intact, because if your aura has collapsed, then it's going to make things difficult for you. So your aura cannot collapse. It cannot be shifted. Like sometimes you feel like you're pressing against the window, and it's like your aura is pressing on your face or something. The aura has to be like proportionate around your body. Sometimes people whack us. Sometimes people, like I was looking at my coworker last week, because when I asked him, like, hey, how are you? What's going on with you? Blah, blah, blah. I kept getting sarcastic responses. And I was annoyed, and so I'm like, let me take a look at this person. So I went home, did my psychic tools, steps, and whatever, and I looked and I saw that his aura has a lot of leeches, literally leeches on the aura itself, siphoning energy. And so then I started to realize that this is what, third eye is all about. You want to have a strong third eye, and you can. It just means that you have to meditate in a specific way. Like psychics, for example, the first thing that you do is you ground yourself. That's step number one. Can't skip that step. Because when you ground yourself, you get rid of toxic energy, so only your energy is left, and then you fill yourself with all the energy that you collect. So you imagine a ball above your head, and you collect back all your energy, from your previous arguments, from wherever you left your energy. You collect it back into that ball, you prick the ball with a needle, and then you fill yourself back up with your own energy through the seventh chakra, top of your head. And then you fill it all the way to your toes. Then you fill all your aura with your energy so that you can hold your energy. So if I come up to you and I'm like, look, motherfucker, I hate you, you're stupid, you're gut, you're not reacting. You're able to hold your energy. There's no reaction, there's nothing. You're just observing, you're a witness. There's no reaction whatsoever. You are like a fucking wall. You don't react. Nothing gets through. That means that a person has a strong aura where you're amused and neutral, and just you're holding your ship. It's your ship, you're in charge. No one can control your energy. No one can tell you this, that, or the other. And so I'm very much that way. But I also spend thousands of dollars in psychic training, and for example, when I was doing that, I didn't go on any vacations. I just didn't. I was more concerned about having a strong core, energetically speaking. So, because I didn't have money on vacations, because I spent it on all the psychic school stuff. But yeah, the Eight of Swords tells me that it's the energy is off, and you need to do something to bring it back into a good way. Now the Ace of Swords is a card of the beginning of new way of thinking. And the sword itself is a communication for you. Like, you're someone who is now respecting your own boundaries. You're someone who is now able to hold your own energy. You're someone who is thinking differently and communicating differently. And as a result, this is the beginning of the 7-year Uranus transit through your sign. Which means your life is going to change in terms of it's going to bring you closer to your authenticity. It's going to help you release the foreign energy. Tea leaf cards, we've got money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. What else do we have? Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that something is against you, foreign energy inside your body. Tent, temporary situation. Let's see what we have with Angel and Ancestor Oracle card. We've got Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. So there's something you're not honoring. There's something you're not listening to. So I think that there's something you already know, but you don't understand how valuable it is, that which you know. You're not paying attention. Maybe you're distracted, maybe someone has minimized it, maybe someone hasn't really developed it, but there's something inside of you that's very unique and very beautiful, and that it needs to shine. Shaman's Dream Oracle card, Falling Angel, yeah, spiritual narcolepsy. So, it's just a card that reminds you want to remember that spirituality is anything that is, I don't know, like looking at a leaf that is attached to a tree, and let's say there's an ant crawling around on that leaf. That can be spirituality. Being in the moment, in the present, is super, super important. Spirituality means connecting with something bigger than yourself, because you are connected to it. You just don't remember it. It's about increasing your awareness. Let's just pull an energy oracle card as well. So when you get the spiritual narcolepsy, it's a reminder to get back on track with connecting with the divine. Energy oracle card, we got the thinking woman. So because she's holding a book, there's some kind of information you need. Maybe you need to read more books, take courses, expand your consciousness, learn new things. We are all students, even professors, even teachers that teach in universities and schools. Everybody is a student, even presidents, even people that occupy whatever positions, directors, CEOs. Everyone is an eternal student. So it's important to remember that you have to continuously seek out the right kind of knowledge in order to really expand your mind. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do hit the like button, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And I hope you have a wonderful month of May.